The Monk Mode Journal, built for complete focus, discipline, and real transformation. I'm not here to motivate you, I'm here to challenge you. To strip away the excuses, tighten your habits, and demand consistency. Every page is a test of your effort, your mindset, and your standards. The journal consists of 217 pages, with the dimensions being 6 by 9 inches. A period of deep focus, self-discipline, and the elimination of distractions to achieve peak performance in life. Dedication. To those walking the unseen path, the sacrifices you make today will build the life you desire. Here, we start with a simple introduction with the truth. The world is loud, distracted, and soft. Most people avoid discomfort. They scroll, complain, procrastinate, and avoid the truth. Monk Mode is your reset. For 90 days, it's all discipline, no comfort, no excuses. You will take back your time, sharpen your focus, and train your mind through daily execution. Here are the 5 rules of Monk Mode. Rule number 1, no distractions, cut the noise. Rule number 2, win the morning, own your first hour. Rule number 3, embrace discomfort, growth lives in resistance. Rule number 4, no excuses, everything is your responsibility. Rule number 5, execute daily, small actions, big results. The mental lab. The greatest lie you've been told is that comfort is the goal. That mindset has kept millions stuck for years. If you want an average life, follow the crowd. But if you want to become unstoppable, you must rewrite the rules. There is no growth in comfort. Growth begins when you step into the unknown, into resistance, pressure, and fear. That's where you rise. Your mind is your greatest weapon. It shapes how you act, how you think, and how you live. If it is weak, excuses win. If it is strong, no obstacle is too big and no dream is out of reach. Here we have a quote box from Napoleon Hill in Think and Grow Rich. In summary, it says, your thoughts decide your outcome before anything else does. Believe you can or believe you can't, either way you're right. Master your mind. Every success begins in the mind. Your thoughts shape your beliefs shape your actions, and your actions shape your reality. Those who win are driven by desire, vision, and clarity, not by circumstances. They don't wait for proof before believing. They believe first and then create proof through action. Doubt and fear destroy more dreams than failure ever could. But when you treat setbacks as lessons and resistance as fuel, you unlock the power to turn any challenge into growth. Your mind is the foundation of everything. Train it, strengthen it, align it with your vision, and when your thoughts and actions are in sync, you become a force that cannot be stopped. This page then finishes with a quote, every adverse effect has within it the seed of equal or greater benefit, Napoleon Hill. How to use the Monk Mode Journal. Each page is designed to help you build structure, focus, and discipline one day at a time. Start with gratitude. Write down one thing you're thankful for. It puts your mind in the right place to begin the day. Next, set your intention. Just one word or phrase that guides you in how you'll show up for the day. Something like discipline, focus, patience, or even win the day. Then, list your goals. These are the things that actually matter. Keep them in front of you. Now, write out your 6 most important tasks for the day, starting with the highest priority. In the first box, rate how much effort you plan to give, from 1 to 5. At the end of the day, come back and rate how much you actually gave. Then fill in the circles to match how much you actually gave. It's simple, but it keeps you honest. After that, write down one thing you learned from the day, good or bad. Then check off all your habits, circle your mood, and give your day a final rating based on the way you showed up. Do this every day and the results will take care of themselves. It doesn't have to be perfect, just consistent. Let the process do the work and the results will follow. These are your reflection pages, designed to sharpen the mindset before the 90-day journey begins. This isn't just about filling in answers, it's about reconnecting with your grit, your vision, and your purpose. Start with the 40% rule. Think back to a time when you were ready to quit, but you didn't. You pushed through, that moment showed you something powerful. Write it down, reflect on what it taught you about your limits and how much further you can actually go. Next is embracing discomfort. Growth doesn't happen in your comfort zone. Write one thing you'll do today that stretches you, something inconvenient, uncomfortable, or challenging. Then pick one small habit you'll commit to this week, a discipline task. It might seem minor, but consistency builds character. Finish by writing how that habit will strengthen your mindset. Now, look ahead, in the future. Close your eyes and picture who you want to become in 5 years from now. Where are you? What are you doing? How do you carry yourself? Get clear and specific. Put it into words that the version of you starts with what you do today. And finally, your daily affirmation. This is your personal mission. Write it with precision. Set a deadline. Define the goal. Write the exact actions you'll take and what you're willing to sacrifice to make it happen. You'll read this to yourself every morning as a reminder of what's at stake. These pages aren't just prep, they're the foundation. They connect your past grit, your present discipline, and your future vision. So you enter monk mode clear, committed, locked in, and ready to become the best version of yourself for the next 90 days. You'll only fill these out once, right before day one, so take your time, be honest, and make sure everything you write sets a clear, focused tone for the journey ahead. These pages are meant to guide your mindset, not just to capture your thoughts, intentions, and habits you're ready to commit to. What you write here becomes your foundation. Feel free to refer to it at any time that you feel off track during these next 90 days. This is where your monk mode journey officially begins. Write your name, choose your start date, and make that promise to yourself. This page is your written commitment to show up fully for the next 90 days. You'll define why you're doing this, how you'll stay accountable, and you'll even reward yourself, and most importantly, what distractions you're leaving behind. Once you fill this out and sign your name, you're no longer thinking about discipline, you're living it. Keep this page close, it's a contract to yourself. Now it's time to map out your top 3 goals for the next 90 days. These aren't vague dreams or loose intentions. These are crystal clear targets backed by strategy and commitment. Each goal has its own dedicated page, because each one requires full focus, discipline, and intentional action. Start by writing out your goal. Make it specific, measurable, something that actually matters to you. Next, list the key actions, the exact steps you'll need to take consistently to make that goal real. Then, go deeper. What will you need to give up? What distractions are holding you back? This is where you get honest about the trade-offs. Next, imagine the outcome. How will your life improve after you reach this goal? Think about the changes you'll see in your mindset, your habits, your results. After that, set clear progress checkpoints. How will you track if you're moving forward? Use this space to write down how you'll measure your progress along the way. Finally, give yourself a deadline. When do you want to complete this goal by? A clear date turns a goal into a real commitment. Repeat this process for all 3 goals. These are your focus points, what you'll build toward every single day. Keep them visible, check in weekly, and stay locked in. This is how you'll turn intention into execution. For example, in goal 1 I wrote run a marathon. The key actions I have listed for this goal are run 50 kilometers each week, eat healthy, early mornings, and train my mind. What sacrifices must I make in order to achieve this goal? Here I wrote, empty calories, partying, and late mornings. How will my life improve once I achieve this goal? I'll do something that only 1% of the population has done, therefore disciplining my mind for future purposes. Progress and measurement outcomes. Here I will track my runs and track my calories. Lastly, I will achieve this goal by July 31st, giving me exactly 3 months to this date. These goals are your foundation. Keep them clear, keep them close, and let them guide your actions every single day. Revisit them often to stay grounded, focused, and aligned with the results you're working to create. On to our first weekly planning page. On the left, we have a quote that reads, "Let go of what you are and become what you might be." Your weekly planning page is your chance to lock in your focus before the week begins. Start with your weekly intention. What mindset do you want to carry with you within the next 7 days, whether it's patience, intensity, or presence? Write it down, let it guide your actions. Then write your top 3 monk mode priorities, the key tasks that matter most. These are the things that move you forward. Keep them simple, keep them clear. Under that, list your secondary tasks. Still important, but not your main focus. Now, set your weekly discipline challenge. One small action, you'll repeat it daily to build grit. It might seem minor, but the consistency compounds. Lastly, copy your affirmation. A sentence you'll repeat daily to stay aligned with your vision. As you can see, for this week, my intention is my physical condition. My monk mode priorities are run 50K, eat healthy, and go to the gym 5 times. My secondary tasks are schoolwork and learn investing. My weekly discipline challenge is wake up at 5 a.m. And my affirmation is I will turn to discomfort over comfort. This page is going to help you go into each week with clarity, not chaos. Take a few minutes, write it down, and stay locked in. When used consistently, this page helps you keep your goals visible, your priorities clear, and your discipline sharp. This is your daily command center. Start by writing one thing you're grateful for to shift into a focused mindset. Then set your intention. How do you want to show up for the day? List the 3 goals you're currently working toward. These should guide your actions. Below that, write your 6 most important tasks. In the first box, rate your intended effort. At the end of the day, you'll fill in the box with the actual effort you gave and then shade in the circles to reflect your progress. The second half of the Daily Commander starts with a checklist. These are your core monk mode habits, actions you've committed to showing up for every single day when you sign the contract at the beginning. They include things like waking up early, staying off social media, executing your hardest task first, and protecting your time. Each one is built to support your focus, discipline, and long-term goals. Check off each habit once you complete it. You can also add custom habits in the blank lines or routines that matter to you specifically. It is super important if you're going to write custom tasks to write it in the morning before the day begins, so you can come back later that night, check off the ones that you completed or that you didn't complete to hold yourself accountable. Next is the daily lesson. Write down one thing that you learned today. Could be something that worked, something that didn't, or even a shift in your mindset. This helps you track growth beyond tasks and stay aware of how you're evolving over time. The notes section is open-ended. Use it to journal, recap your day, track your progress, or just clear your head for tomorrow. Then rate your day from 1 to 5. Be honest. This is about effort and follow-through, not about how you feel. Then finally, use the mood tracker to rate how you felt overall. Each day starts with structure and ends with reflection. You begin with gratitude, a clear intention, and your top 6 tasks, rating your effort before and after to stay accountable. At night, you check off your habits, note what you learn, rate your day, and track your mood. Every page includes a daily quote from voices like David Goggins, Napoleon Hill, and various different ancient philosophers to sharpen your mindset and keep you grounded. Before jumping into another week, it's important to slow down and look back. The weekly reflection page is here to help you not just reflect on what you did, but on how you showed up. Real growth comes from awareness, not just action. Start by writing down your weekly wins. What did you accomplish? What went well? These are your highlights, proof that effort compounds. Here I'm writing down running, reading, and gym. Those are my successful wins for the week. Then move on to your losses. What didn't go as planned? What did you avoid, delay, or miss entirely? This is where the lessons are learned. It is crucial to be very honest here because that's how you're going to improve. Here I write wasted time, wasn't consistent, cold showers, and school. These are things that I'm going to look to improve on for the next week as we have the weekly planning page just to our right. Next, you're going to move on to your weekly adjustments. Based on your wins and losses, what can you change for the week? How can you show up better? And lastly, you're going to rate your week from 1 to 10. This isn't just a score, it's a reflection of your consistency, discipline, and growth. It is crucial to be honest in the rating as that's how you're going to grow. This process brings clarity. It turns each week into a stepping stone, not just something you survived, it's something you grew from, learned from, and are ready to improve on for the next week. Each page is designed to help you lock in on what matters and build the habits that lead to real change. This is a 90-day system built on structure, clarity, and discipline. It starts with the mindset, a choice to block distractions, embrace discomfort, and execute every day. You'll move through daily pages that begin with gratitude and intention, followed by your top 6 tasks, and at night you'll reflect, rating your effort, checking off habits, tracking your mood, and writing down what you learned. Each page will include a different quote from people like David Goggins, Napoleon Hill, and different ancient philosophers to keep you grounded and switch up the tone for the day. This is where everything that you've done comes full circle. The achievements page is your moment to pause and look at what you built over the last 90 days. Not just the obvious wins, but the growth that happened behind the scenes, the mindset shifts, the new habits, the battles that you fought and won when nobody else was watching. Take a moment to reflect deeply. What did you accomplish that once felt out of reach? Maybe you ran further, focused longer, or just stayed consistent through the stress. Maybe you followed through on something that you would have quit a year ago, or maybe, most importantly, you proved to yourself you're someone who finishes what they start. This page isn't about perfection. It's about proof that you committed, proof that you followed through, proof that you're no longer driven how you feel, but by who you decide to become. Use the space to list everything you're proud of, the physical achievements, the mental breakthroughs, boundaries you created, and the habits you stuck with. Write down the days you didn't give up, the hard choices that you made, and the version of yourself that emerged along the way. This is more than a recap. It's a record of progress that cannot be taken from you. And now, if you look to the right, we have a congratulations page. You made it. You've reached the end of the Monk Mode Journal. And that's something to take pride in, because finishing this journal means you chose growth instead of distraction, clarity instead of chaos, and discipline instead of comfort. You showed up every single day, even when it was inconvenient, even when it was hard. That consistency says more about strength than any motivation ever could. Each page you filled was a step toward becoming the person you were meant to be. The focus, effort, and self-awareness you build here won't just stay in these pages. They'll show up in your work, your relationship, and your future choices that you have to make. We hope this journal became more than a tool. We hope it became a mirror, a way to stay aligned with your values, and a way to see your potential move in motion. And while this may be the last page, your journey is far from over. So keep going. Keep leading with discipline. Keep choosing what matters. This is just the beginning. Now I want to thank you for watching the full Monk Mode Journal review. Every purchase of a Monk Mode book, whether it's digital or the hard copy, comes with a free meal plan and a free workout plan to keep you on track. Thank you.